Okay, on this part of the planning guide, I want you to kind of think of this next section as outlining how you would like me to say the names of your wedding party. Okay, I know there's a lot of unique names out there, and that's excellent. But what we want to do is, if you decide to have me for your celebration and allow me the opportunity to introduce your wedding party in, what I would like to do is have a great knowledge of what their names are prior to actually arriving to the event. So that way I can prepare ahead of time. And what this may look like is, just instead of focusing on how their name is actually spelled, let's try and do it phonetically. And that way, whenever I receive this information, I can go over it ahead of time and make sure that I'm doing it appropriately. Nonetheless, if you do have some difficult names, not a problem. What I will do is I'll be lining up your wedding party ahead of time anyway, and as I do that, I'm going to say their names actually at that point in time, and so that way I ensure that I say it correctly during the actual introduction. Okay, so but again, if you decide to use our services, if you don't mind, if you can document their name phonetically, that would be excellent. Okay, and then of course, if you decide that you do not want a song, specific one song that would take care of both the wedding party as well as the bride and groom, we can actually break that up into two separate songs if you would like, or we can do one song. It's totally up to you, your choice. Okay, and then also, once you're introduced in, you're most likely going to go up to the head table, and that's normally the way it works in the Midwest. But again, we can certainly do this any way that you choose. But normally the way it works is, we'll introduce you in, your wedding party and yourselves will walk into the venue and go up to the head table. And at that point in time, normally what I like to do is something called a personalized thank you. And what this does is it gives you, the bride and groom, an opportunity to kind of thank each one of your guests for coming to your event, by simply, giving that thank you out loud. What will happen is, once you come up to the head table, I'll simply hand over the microphone to you. Normally, I don't say anything except for I may calm everybody down after the introduction. That may be a little crazy, but nonetheless, I'll normally hand the microphone over to the bride or the groom, your choice, and give you that opportunity to thank your guest. Okay, and so you may want to thank people that have come in from out of town, people that have helped you throughout this planning process. Maybe even mentioning people that are in the military that couldn't make it because they're in the military. Just giving the spotlights where they're necessary. Okay, and you customize it however you prefer. But the neat thing about this is it gives you that opportunity to thank your guests, and even if you don't have the opportunity to talk to everybody at your celebration that night, at least you've had that opportunity to thank them. And so they feel a lot more included and like they're part of the event, and that you appreciate them actually being there, because that's what it's all about, is family and friends, right? So again, I think this is a great thing. You can choose to do this or you can choose not to do it, depending on your personality. It's totally up to you, but I like to recommend it. And in most cases, my clients like to actually incorporate this into their event. Okay? All right. Well, again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next section. Thank you so much.